Oh, man.
Tell me a good skeleton for you.
Well, you know, my parents will probably be watching this later, and there's a story that I never told them, actually, when I was in high school. You know, you got to take those, the SAT and the ACT and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's my daughter that's studying those things right now.
Right, well, like, you know, I ended up not having a score on the SAT, and my parents always thought that, you know, they thought maybe I skipped it or something, and what really happened, actually, was there was this girl sitting in front of me when the test started, and she was kind of sitting up on her legs, and there was about, like, 3 inches of underwear sticking out and about 2 inches of crack hanging out, you know, and I'm trying to concentrate there on my test, and I couldn't ask her to put her crack away. I just had to sit and suffer through it. And a good buddy of mine, Jacob, and I had always had a thing where if you see an open crack, you lick your finger and you stick your finger down, a wet finger down in somebody's butt crack. You know?
Is that like an Alabama thing?
And then back in your mouth.
Well,
back in your mouth, right?
At your discretion.
That's like milk, lemonade around the corner.
Hey, who wants to play a game of Switch?
So anyways, you know, I felt like he would never forgive me if I didn't lick. But I don't know this girl, you know, from Eve or whatever.
Right.
And
Adam.
well, you know, and she was a lady. And so I thought he would never forgive me if he knew that I saw so much crack and didn't put my finger down in there. So I stuck my finger in her crack right there in the SAT. And she started bucking like a bronco, dude. Oh my God, she went crazy. And then they had to cancel the test.
For the whole SAT
they made me go home.
Canceled?
Yeah, I mean, like our classrooms, SAT, that one class.
Everybody didn't take it.
Well, they said that those people could stay and take the test if they wanted to.
And your parents didn't find that out?
No, I didn't actually get in very much trouble. They made me leave.
Did they praise you? I mean, what is this?
I don't know. I mean, our educational system is defunct. There's no doubt about it. When you can just stick your finger in somebody's crack, I think something has run ashore.
And you learned that in Alabama.
I did.
Exactly.
I did.
Did you know that, Joe? Did you know that?
No.
Thing? So
I've heard of that.
You have? It must be under.
But I've heard you put one in your mouth and then one in the crack, and then when the guy yells switch, then you switch.
That's what you meant by switch.
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
Oh, that's
These
funny.
boy games, man.
Dude, that's good.
That's beyond my.
You see a coin slot, you make a deposit, I think is what we always said.
There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you do it again, or is that
Sort of like a
No,
wet
I mean,
willy, but a little more sexual,
Is that
a
the
little
only crack you
homoerotic,
ever
maybe.
touched? Like that?
Well, I think skeleton in the closet corner is over.
Yes.
And I don't have to answer that
Well,
question.
did you have?
You're right, then.
Wait, did he have 2 peach melbas? Because then he'd have to
No,
go up to.
I only had one.
He only had one.
I only did the one peach melba. See, I was thinking ahead.
That's funny. All right. Well, I thank you for that. That was very, very fair.
Yeah, well,
I really
thank
liked
you.
his song a lot.
Your song is great.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Come out and check us out Friday the 22nd, 7 o'clock at the
George
Bitter End.
Washington's birthday.
That's
Last
right.
week
And
was-
your grandfather's birthday as well.
Yes, my Papa Arthur. Yes, it is. He was born like probably. That grandmother was born in 1902, who he was married to.
Whoa. Your grandfather was George Washington?
No,
That's
George
amazing.
Washington's
That's amazing.
birthday.
You've got the bloodline.
Sorry, I got mixed up.
No, my mother's father.
I'm a Kennedy and you're a Washington.
Yeah.
It's great.
Exactly. That's another story. No, my father's mother, Rose, her birthday's on Martin Luther King's birthday, which is this Friday. My mother's father is February 22nd, who was George Washington's birthday. Look at that. Interesting. Anyway, Ben Hope, what else would you like to say? Plug, shout out.
Oh, man. Check out the new album. It's called Southland. And it's Ben Hope. You can find it, I think, on iTunes in a couple of weeks and that kind of thing. Just released.
They can find you on Facebook.
CD Baby?
You can
rock
find me
CD Baby?
on Facebook. You can find me on the MySpace and all that
On the MySpace.
technological stuff that I don't really do very well. But if you write me, I will get back to you. I
And
promise.
say your Bitter End gig again, too.
And the Bitter End gig is Friday the 22nd
Of February.
in January. This upcoming, not this Friday, but next Friday. Yeah, soon.
Oh, it's January 22nd.
January 22nd.
You're talking February 22nd, too?
No,
No, you
I think you heard me wrong. Perhaps I misspoke.
I think you said February, but
Did I?
we'll see it. We'll play it back on
Yeah.
the replay another
Right.
day.
Thank God we caught
We'll
that,
edit that
because there'd be a lot of
Wait
disgruntled
a minute, it's not
Ben
George
fans.
Washington's birthday. Scratch
Well,
all that.
see,
None
I don't
of that
know.
even
I
matters.
trusted you. I thought you knew.
Oh my
You know,
God, February.
I don't have my
22nd.
calendar in front of me. So.
No one was man enough to even try to correct you, though, so don't worry about it.
I'm sure it's someone's birthday.
Wait a minute. I thought the President's Day is clearly in February.
February. I heard him say February 22nd.
Although Marty King Day is this coming Monday.
Well,
That's true,
not
yeah.
his real birthday. His birthday's really technically Friday. But besides that,
Really?
we're
Wait. So
celebrating
you're
it on
saying that
Monday.
Martin Luther King's birthday
It's Friday.
is my gig. Friday the 22nd?
No, the 15th.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you know what?
All right, Ben,
No
there's
one's ever
be
going to
no
find
one
me.
there.
you,
It's,
you have
it's
no idea
dead.
where my gig is or when it's happening, do you?
It's the 22nd
January.
at the bitter end.
Yeah.
Nobody's birthday.
22nd of January at the bitter end at 7 o'clock.
for
Ben
you.
Hope and the Uptown Outfit. It's going to be great, man. Come out, check it out. It's our debut gig. It's going to be really good.
That's a good little. That's a good. That's a deceptively
sound.
good little.
Yeah.
A very good sound and a deceptively good slot. 7
It
o'clock
is.
at the
I know.
bitter end.
Yeah. It's right when they open.
Right.
You know?
Because only nerds are in there after like 11, 10, or
Yeah,
11.
and young people.
It's a good
Right.
place to
Can't get in
showcase.
anymore.
And notice how they've moved the stage facing as you go in. Now it faces you.
Faces the door.
And
right.
it used to be that weird.
Right. Yeah.
Like the old. What was the place we used to love on Hudson?
Oh, I remember.
Wetlands. The way that stage was like in the middle of the room and like hello, like
Light Street. Light Street. Wetlands. Wow. All right, Ben Hope. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
And
Take care,
really,
Ben.
really
be
appreciate
right
it.
back
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
with some more guests. Thank you.
Thank you.